She gave me this book called The Silva Mind Control Method for Business Managers. So I read that book cover to cover and immediately started meditating. I would meditate after work when I was going to bed. Because of the type of job that I had, I worked 2 weeks on in Alaska, at the top of Alaska. I grew up in Alaska. And then I had 2 weeks off. I was living in Seattle at the time. And so when I had my 2 weeks off, I would spend hours a day meditating, and all kinds of interesting things happened through that process. It was just incredible. I wanted to share that that's how I kind of started my journey, was really through metaphysics. And then over time, as I was manifesting, and I became really excelled at manifesting things, something would happen. A lot of fear would crop up and everything would collapse. As soon as this fear popped up, a crisis would come up. I would lose a job, and I didn't seem to be able to do anything about it to control it. And it was incredibly frustrating to me, because here I would manifest these great opportunities and great jobs and great roles, and then it would just fall apart. There was no stability, there was no lasting effect, and it just became incredibly frustrating. So I was without a job, and I wasn't having any luck finding a job, and basically it felt like my life was completely falling apart. I was running out of money, and just living in a tremendous amount of fear and anxiety and stress. And those are definitely not the conditions that are helpful when you're trying to manifest something. They basically just stop everything in its tracks. And so my friend who had introduced me to the Silva Mind Control Method recommended that I go see a practitioner at the Church of Religious Science. That was kind of a reintroduction to spirituality, but I was at my wit's end. So I was willing to do pretty much anything to get back on track, because I was just not in a great place at all. If any of this resonates with you, I'd love you to follow along. Tap the bell or subscribe so you don't miss the next part. And if anything comes up for you, drop a comment. I'd really like to hear your thoughts.